187.
Yes.
Kindly take us through briefly ile tuli nini jana. The one that we hadi penye tulifikia tu jana. So I'm waiting for you. Kindly take us through what we learned yesterday, please, briefly. Karen, are you there? Karen ni kama kuna shida kidogo. Let us do Damaris 2197. Are you there?
Yes.
Kindly take us briefly through what we learned yesterday.
A true bearing is measured from the truth. A true bearing is measured from the true northwest direction, and it is given in digits.
That is very good. Proceed. So let us clap for her. She has actually reminded us that actually that was the main point yesterday, that true bearing is measured from the true north and it is taken in a clockwise direction. So let us come to where we were yesterday. You remember tukiachia hapa, mnakumbuka hii diagram yetu?
Yes.
Yeah, I always want your response because naweza jikuta najifunza na si poa. So always when I need your response, please kindly respond. So yesterday we left at a point where I was asking you, how can we measure from the true north an angle like, which angle did we give yesterday?
Angle C.
Sorry?
Angle.
Angle? Girls wacheni kunyamaza hivyo. So tulisema if to a point C, hii ndio point yenye umepewa, you want to measure from the true north. This is the true north and we agreed that all the measurements are taken from the true north. So if we nataka kila mtu akuwe na protractor yake, hata mimi niko na yangu. So everybody get hold of your protractor, please. Have your protractor and be very keen. Have your protractor. So I believe kila mtu amekuwa na protractor. So if the point C iko hapa, ni jinsi gani tutapima? How will we measure and take the measurement up to point C? So yesterday we talked of the inner scale and the outer scale. If you have your protractor, you are able to see that we are having if we place it. So can you place your protractor the way I showed you yesterday? You are good. Yes, please. Who is talking?
Excuse, sir.
Yes, you're excused.
Are we supposed to draw the diagram?
Nani? The diagram you can, it is just for illustration. Ili uone, tunaenda kuchora diagram nzuri. So the diagram you can just draw it and then just unaweza ichora lakini focus on my explanation. I'm going to give you a good diagram with some proper illustration of the same in writing. So I'm still focusing on kila mtu ajue jinsi ya kupima. Nimekujibu?
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Hey, na mtu watu wanaingia waiting room mingi aje. So I want you to see, kindly look at how I've placed my protractor. This is what I was showing you yesterday. So the measurements, we said that they have to take place from the true north. So ukiangalia hapa, muone vizuri mahali nimeweka kalamu yangu, mahali nimepoint, hapo ni 180 na hapa juu ni 0 degrees. And we agreed that all the measurements are taken from the true north. Hiyo arrow mahali nimeweka arrow na nimeweka hiyo n. It is a must. I will give you in writing. It has to be written that way. So, and then we move in a clockwise direction. So ukiangalia hii, sorry? Hey, somebody is talking. Okay, I hope sasa munaweza niona vizuri, munaweza nisikiza vizuri. So yesterday I was explaining to you that you place, I hope showing you so that you are able to do the same as I'm going to give you some piece of work. So we agreed that true bearing is measured from the true north in a clockwise direction, So if you look at this Maya protractor here, then hapa tuko na 180, ikikuja hivi nenda negative. So comes from 0, 0, 10, 20 hivyo up to this point imefika 180. So nataka mkue keen kabisa, tukufika the end of the protractor hapa imefika 180 degrees na hatujafika kwa point yetu C. Hatujafika kwa point yetu C na protractor yetu measurement imeishia hapa. So what are we going to do if at all the angle exceeds 180 degrees? That is the point I really wanted you to note. So this is what you do. When you are given an angle, ukiona an angle is more than 180 degrees, now you listen carefully. Ukiona an angle is more than 180 degrees, then unaenda kusema hii already imekuwa 180. I want everybody to listen very, very carefully. So kufika hapa, kutoka hapa hadi from the north line to the south line, already tumecover 180 degrees. So the angle that is required ni hiyo between S and C. That is the angle that we are required to add to 180 degrees ili tupate the angle from this north line all the way up to point C. So what you do, tayari tushajua kwamba hii inakuja 180 because angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So you need not to measure that. So what you do, you come and place your protractor this way. You measure the angle in between S and C, and then if you get that angle to be maybe 40 degrees, you add it to this angle here, which is 180. Utakuwa umepata the total angle from the north line to point C. So you are going to place your protractor this way because the measurements now begin from the south line. Acha ni explain muone vizuri. Already kutoka hapa, kutoka kwa north hadi south tumepata ni 180 tayari. So we need from north, from the south up to where point C is. Zoom your work a little. I can't see. I'm trying to zoom. I believe now you can see. So kutoka hapa we are also going to use the outer scale because outer scale ndio imeanzia 0 kusonga kule kwingine, kusonga huku kwingine. So we are going to use the outer scale. So here we are going to start counting. So hiyo ya C sema imekuja hadi that point. So we are going to have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So angalia point C itakuja kwa 53. So the angle, so you come and say that the angle between the south line and C gives 53 degrees. The angle between the south line and C gives you 53 degrees. Therefore, the total angle from the north line, to C, we are going to have 180 yenye tulikuwa tumepata plus that 53 degrees. That gives you class 180 plus 53 gives how many degrees?
233.
233.
Good. That gives you 233. Good. 233 degrees. So that is basically what we are going to focus on. Teacher, lazima ikue 53. I was using that for illustration. So we are going to come to the accurate measurement. So what I'm really focusing now is, so each and every student be able to know how to measure the angle which is more than 180 degrees. Kwa sababu mwingine anaweza kuja protractor yake alafu awe alikuwa afikie. So that is the point I'm driving home, and that one requires your understanding. Kuandika tunakuja kwa mahali, the part where we are going to write, but your understanding is much more important before we start writing. So can I believe that all my girls have understood clearly what true bearing is and what is expected of you when you are measuring?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mtu anauliza teacher, 30 inatoka wapi? 30 ilikuwa example ya jana, wachana na hiyo. 30 ilikuwa example ya jana. So nikiwapea moja mtawezana?
Yes.
Good. So before we come to that, thank you. I'm going to repeat in writing. So we are going to actually write some proper notes, and I told you these are not rough work, these are not revision, this is class work. So when I tell you to write, lazima uandike na upange maandiko yako vizuri. Wonderful. Mtu anauliza ni repeat. I'm going to repeat when we are doing the next example. Si hapo tumeelewana mtu yangu?
Yes.
So kindly write this note, write an NB, a big NB, a big NB, a big Nairobi, a big NB to locate, and please I'm requiring unmute their microphones. I need to see you writing and concentrating in class. So when you don't, nikiona umemute microphone yako, unaweza jikuta nimekutoa class uanze kulalamika. So it is just that simple. Kindly unmute your microphones. Not your microphones, but your videos. Your videos, please. Not your microphones, your videos. Okay. Can see positive response. You are very disciplined girls. Very good. I can see, except a few. Joylin hata hajaandika admission number. So Lona 2300, Marami 2267, Mugambi 2256. Hao ndio watu hawaja-unmute their video, so please do the same. Or else I'm gonna come back for you. So write a big NB To locate a point relative to the other, we are now writing proper notes. To locate a point relative to the other, to locate a point relative to the other, you put a colon and you write Roman 1. These are the key points to note down. These are the key points to note down. Okay, Noela, I'm repeating. Noela, I'm requesting repeat, I'm repeating. Nimesema andika NB na najaribu kufocus there ili muweze kuona vizuri. To locate a point relative to the other. To locate a point relative to the other. Roman 1. Measure the angles as given in the question. Measure the angles as given in the question.
You are not clear.
Sorry?
You are not
Okay, let me share
clear.
the screen. I hope it's going to be. Allow me to share the screen. I hope it is going to be much. Hey, allow me to share the screen. I hope it's going to be much clearer.
Oh, there's an echo.
Okay, let me try to share my screen. I hope itakuwa sasa. Are you able to see? Excuse me, girls.
Zoom it a little bit.
Is it now clearer?
Yes.
Yes.
So, kindly copy them very fast. Then, sorry?
It is clear.
Sinaonekana?
Yes.
Inaonekana. Yes, it's clear.
Muandike haraka haraka, alafu tuanze kuchora. Muandike haraka haraka.
Sha,
Yes.
what is this after the word error?
A margin of error is plus or minus 1 degree, plus or minus.
Thank you.
Welcome. Tuandike haraka haraka.
From what?
Sorry? Zipi, sikupati.
Tunaandika from notes.
Unaandika hizo notes zote, munaandika up to example 1. Up to example 1.
Point 2.
Point 2 goes, convert the actual distance given in the question, distance given in the question, scale. Using appropriate scale. using appropriate scale in bracket if the scale is not given in the question. If the scale is not given in the question. If the scale is not given in the question. Alafu unaendelea. Kama kuna mahali haujaget unaniambia tu. Kariuki is requesting I dictate. Kariuki, penye hujaona vizuri ndio unaniambia.
Point 3, the first sentence.
Point 3, the first sentence goes, note. Third point, note that. Third point goes, note that the northings and eastings of all the relative points located must be parallel to each other. Note that the northings and the eastings of all the relative points located must be parallel to each other. Must be parallel to each other. Must be parallel to each other.
Point number 4.
Point number 4, the northings must have an arrow and letter N at the top at every point. Venye nimeweka hapo. So your arrow na letter N must always be seen for each and every point. So it goes, the northings must have an arrow and N at every point located. At every point located.
Shall we write in the example?
Your example 1, muandike, we are going to write it. We are going to write it. The example must be written because we are going to use it to explain much more on those which we've written.
Excuse me, Tisha.
Yes, you are excused.
Point 2, the error.
Point 2, the margin of error is minus 0.1. Plus or minus 0.1. Anita, naona mkono juu. Anita na Nicole. Anita?
I've already asked.
Okay, Nicole?
Can you pardon point 4?
Point 4 goes, the northings, wacha ni zoom, muweze muone vizuri. The northings must have an arrow and N in bracket, hiyo arrow na letter N at every point located. At every point located.
Excuse me, Tisha.
Yes.
Can you read the example?
Example goes, B is 90 kilometers from A. B is 90 kilometers from A. B is 90 kilometers from A on a bearing of 062, on a bearing of 062 degrees. Mtu anauliza, are we writing the examples? Example 1, right. Example 2, I'm going to dictate, write that example. It is a must. It is a must. B is 90 kilometers. Sorry?
I can see the examples.
Is what I'm dictating. B is 90 kilometers from A. B is 90 kilometers from A. B is 90 kilometers from A on a bearing of 062 degrees. On a bearing of 062 degrees. On a bearing of 062 degrees. Full stop. Draw a diagram. Draw a diagram. Draw a diagram. Draw a diagram. Draw a diagram representing the relative positions. Representing the relative positions of B from A. Of B from A. Of B from A. Then part B of that question, find the bearing of A from B. Find the bearing of A from B. Find the bearing of A from B. So I hope kila mtu ameandika hilo swali. Can you confirm to me that you've written that question, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Cynthia,
Yes.
Cynthia, naona mkono juu. Cynthia, do you have kama hujaandika, the screen is still there. You can copy. Nataka tufanye hiyo pamoja na kila mtu.
Please repeat the question.
Ndio hiyo iko kwa screen. Ndio hiyo iko kwa screen. So I hope kila mtu ameandika hilo swali, tulifanye pamoja. Let us do it together. So I want you girls to open a new page like the venye nime open, alafu weke set yako. Hata mimi nimeweka, all my instruments are there. You are able to see. I have my set, I have my ruler, I have my protractor, I have my set square. Wacha nizimwage hapa chini ndio muone vizuri. So kila mtu afanye hivyo. And then open a new page like that. Then there is something you to note. When we are that, we are giving, first of all, draw the sketch. Draw the sketch. That is the first thing that you need. Before you come to the accurate diagram, chora sketch venye hiyo kitu inakaa. Uone hiyo picture vizuri. So the sketch, you come back to the question, umeambiwa B is 90 kilometers from A on a bearing of 060, on a bearing of 060 degrees. So I told you that whenever you are answering such a problem, you be keen on these words, from. So B is on a bearing of 062. And 90 kilometers from A. Kwa hivyo, tukitaka kufikia B, lazima tutast. So acha tuseme, this point A, nilisema kila point lazima ikuwe na arrow and nothing. arrow and nothing. So point A is there, and then kama umeona it is given, the angle is given in 3 digits. Then what comes to your mind? It is which type of bearing? True bearing. So we are using the facts I was explaining now to answer questions. So wakati umeona bearing imepeanwa in 3 digits, then it tells you automatically the type of bearing used in the question is true bearing. So all the measurements are going to begin from the true north. Compass bearing nitakuja kuelezea vizuri. Like we have to understand each one of them pole pole. Mtu anasema haoni, hatuoni, sema uoni.
Hatuoni.
And hatuoni. Uoni.
Hatuoni si wote.
Hapana, hakuna mtu anaitwa. Hakuna mtu anaitwa si wote.
Sioni.
Sioni.
Bado hamuoni. Sioni kabisa.
Sioni.
Acheni kirere. Mnaweza
Beatrice haoni.
Sioni.
Tuache mchezo. Are you able to see now? Nani haoni?
Mimi.
Now you raise up your hand when you want to talk.
Beatrice.
Hatuoni.
Let's raise up your hand. We have to be. Are you able to see now?
No.
Endeni kabisa. Okay, I'm really trying to focus because it is good you see. Okay, are you able to see now?
No.
But you were able to hear me?
Yes.
Good. Now, let Ebu.
Cha.
Okay, are you able to see now?
Yes.
Good. Now, when we said that, I told you that it was a point B from A. So we have to locate A first. So after tumeweka A, then this is just but a sketch. Hatujaanza kuchora the actual diagram. So umeambiwa it is 062 because when you're given in 3 digits, you know it is true bearing. Kwa hivyo true bearing, all the measurements must be in. All the measurements must begin from the true north. Kwa hivyo hii angle ndiyo, and then imeenda hadi kwa B, itakuwa imeenda 90 kilometers. So hapa ndio B itakuwa true north, itakuwa hapo. So from A to B it is 90 kilometers and on a bearing of 062. So hiyo ni sketch. Wasichana, mumeona hiyo sketch vizuri na mumeelewa mzuri?
Yes.
Now,
Not understood.
Oh, Yasmin, nimeona uko na mkono juu. Yasmin 2275. And Michelle, ask. Let us be very keen, girls, and be very serious. Let us be very keen and very serious. ZP 2228. ZP 2228. Uko na swali? Nimeona mkono juu. Ask. ask, please? Zippy, are you talking? Hey. Zippy, hatukusikii. Mimi sikusikii kabisa. Can you text in the chat room, please? Kindly text in the chat room and be able to respond to it. So, girls, what is the importance of the sketch? It will help you to put your accurate diagrams evenly within the working space, so that usije ukaandika BA hapa ili ukichora kwenda pande hii kitabu inaisha na baada hujachora. So sketch is very, very important. And there's appropriate scale to represent on the having 90 kilometers. Nelly 2201, mahali gani haujaelewa?
Rudia.
Sorry? Okay, let me repeat. You are told that B was 90 kilometers from A on a bearing of 062. So the way the question was framed, it will lead you to know which type of bearing was used in the scale. So tumeona iliandikwa 062 degrees. That one shows you that it is definitely true bearing, because we gave the characteristics of a true bearing is that it is given in 3 digits. Yeah, hiyo bearing ingine I'll explain further. So we are dealing with one at a time. So ukiona tu imepeanwa in 3 digits, hiyo inakuonyesha kwamba it is true bearing. Sasa tutaanza kupima kutoka wapi? We were told B from A. So from A, our starting point is at A. Ndio maana lazima tuweke point A first. Then tuchore true north, tuandike hiyo N, hiyo arrow, tuweke hiyo arrow and the north. So we have the true north is there. So the 062 degrees is measured from the true north. So your measurements itatoka hapa kwenda clockwise direction. So itakuja, tuseme imekuja 62 degrees, umepata to be hapo. You use that one to draw a line. Unachora tu line mrefu, then where the 90 kilometer mark will end, hapo ndio B is. So between A and B, 90 kilometers, the bearing of B from A ni 062 degrees. So that is the sketch of the question. I hope sasa mmeelewa vizuri. Then, if I may ask the class, we have to choose a suitable scale that is going to represent 90 kilometers, tukuje tuichore hapa on our working space. And that one we had learned in the previous lessons. So what is the most suitable scale yenye itafanya tuchore hii 90 kilometers on this piece of paper? So wacha nione kwa ishara ya mkono. Tafadhali, nani anatupea hiyo? Can see 2 hands up. That is good. Orwa, Mili, Mukami, Michelle, Cheruto. So let me see your hand up if you can choose appropriate scale to represent that. Good. So Mukami 2181. Mukami?
Can you say 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometers?
So mi naweza sema, so unasema, wewe unasema 1 centimeter to represent 10. We can say that we have not hiyo tuweze kuchora hiyo 90 kilometers. See 22 scale. Masi 2209. Ukiinua mkono unaitwa jina, huongei.
You are
Jen
not
20
clear.
You are rude. Jane 2262.
1 centimeter represents 15 kilometers.
1 centimeter. So Jane is giving us another scale, 1 centimeter to represent 15 kilometers. Mtu anauliza teacher, na 1 centimeter represent 1.5 kilometers. I want us to come up with those scales so that we are going to see which is the most appropriate one. So it is good uchangie kwa sababu kwa mtihani utabaki na wewe yako. Wengine anauliza 1 centimeter represent 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometers. Any other person having hiyo tulikuwa nayo tayari. Any other person having a different scale, you can bring it forward. Anita 2234.
1 centimeter represent 30.
1 centimeter represent 30 kilometers. So
Kilometers.
plus 30 kilometers. So plus etc. That means yako na ya yule mwingine mwenye hajasema. So let us see which is the most appropriate here. So nataka
Excuse me,
tuanze na
Sha.
hii ya 1. Yes, you are excused.
Shan, that one that is 1 centimeter represents number, the third one, the fourth one.
Represent 3 kilometers.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So wacha tuone, you know this is what we are doing together. We want to see kama ingekuwa wewe ni gani ingekuwa poa. So the scale that you've chosen, you convert the 90 kilometers. So number 1, wacha tuseme 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometers. So the kilometers we are having here is 90. I'm trying to avoid some background in a letter confusion. Okay. Now, the kilometers we are converting in 90. So how many centimeters, when you use a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 10 kilometers, 90 kilometers itakuwa 90 kilometers times 1 centimeter over 10 kilometers. So that will give you 9 centimeters. And then you ask yourself, will we be able to represent 9 centimeters? Ama ukichora itatoka nje, because it should be neither too big nor too small. Ukiona yako inakuja kalaini kadogo hivi, ujue hiyo ni wrong. Ukiona yako inakuja laini mrefu inapita kitabu, acha nione, ulikuwa unachora na the point should be here mahali na gonga na kalamu na kitabu yako inafikia hapa, that means it is inappropriate scale. So your scale must be within the working space and it has to relatively occupy that space. So tukiconvert hii ya pili 1 centimeter to represent 15 kilometers, hii inatupea how many centimeters, girls? Do that conversion for me and get me the answer. Hiyo ya pili
6 centimeters.
6 centimeters. Aya, hii ya tatu 1 centimeter to represent 1.5 kilometers inatupea how many centimeters?
60 centimeters.
60 centimeters. And then 1 centimeter to represent 3 kilometers. Hapa itatupea how many
30 kilometers. 30.
30 centimeters, sorry, 30 centimeters. Aya, 1 centimeter to represent 30 kilometers. Itatupea how many centimeters?
3
3. Very good. Na hii ya ETC itatupea how many centimeters?
0.
Itatupea
ETC centimeters.
ETC centimeters. Good. Sasa nataka niwaambie ya kwamba yule ametumia 9 cent, if the scale was not given in the question. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me now. If the scale was not given, kama hukuambiwa use the scale this to represent this, tumia hii scale because ina 9 centimeters atakuwa sawa. Yule ametumia scale inaleta 6 centimeters itakuwa sawa, lakini hii 60 centimeters jameni, unaweza chora line that is 60 centimeters on your book?
No.
No, so this scale is inappropriate. Tunai cancel. Tunaweza chora 30 centimeters.
No.
No, we do away with that. 3 centimeters itakuwa kidogo sana, si ni kweli?
Yes.
So we do away with that. So these two ziko sawa. So which one can you go for? Let us now vote. Juu hizo zote ziko sawa. So which one should we use?
6 centimeters.
For uniformity, let us use a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 10 kilometers. So the eyes have it for the 1 centimeter to represent 10 kilometers. The eyes have it for that matter. Remember, we are just learning. So let us use that scale. So 90 kilometers, itakuwa 90 kilometers times 1 centimeter over 10 kilometers. That will give you 9 centimeters. Then you come with your ruler. Yes, no, yes, now mtu anauliza are we writing? Yes, we are writing. Chora hiyo sketch. After umechora hiyo sketch, andika hii scale. Andika scale, convert and get this one. So you don't write all these ones. You only write the sketch and the scale and the conversion. Noela, I hope nimekujibu. Because hii ni kitu hatuharakishi, tunaendelea tu mdogo mdogo. Alafu sasa, let us come to the accurate. So now let us come to the actual diagram. Now, I hope kila mtu ameshika set yake nini? Ruler, protractor, penseli. So have your pencil with you and then put a dot somewhere. Put a dot somewhere. Now we are representing, we are drawing girls.
Yes.
Have you put a dot somewhere? Yes, got a straight line. Hivyo venye nimechora, straight line. Straight line. Have you done that?
Shall you draw the straight line on the dot?
On the dot. So where the dot is where point A is located. Hapo kwa hiyo dot. So kwa hiyo dot, chora straight line using a ruler. Unaeka ruler yako hivyo, unachora straight line. Have you done that?
Yes.
Now so hii ndio easting. Hiyo ndio inaitwa easting. Hiyo ndio inaitwa easting. So we said that it is so. Usije, don't just come and ni 90. No, come and construct or upima. So you remember how we were constructing an angle of 90 degrees from a point? Do you remember that, girls?
Yes.
So have your pair of compass. Have your pair of compass. Construct 90 at point A. Construct 90 at point A. Kama ulikuwa umesahau, ina constructiwa hivyo. That is what we did. That is why we covered construction first before we teach this topic, because it is applicable. So I believe you are keen, you're following how we are constructing 90 degrees that way. Mumeona hapo? Girls, mumeona hapo? Girls, have you seen that?
Yes.
So can you have your protractor after constructing and measure that angle if it is giving you 90 degrees? Have your protractor. Have your protractor and measure the angle at A.
Yes.
Kama inakupea 90 degrees. Yangu ni 90. Kindly do what I'm showing you to do. Kindly measure.
Yes.
Kama hiyo angle ni 90. Yako imeleta 90?
Yes. Yes.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Now, have your pair of compass again, because we want to, not your pair of compass, have your protractor. We were measuring from this north line going in a clockwise direction, So you place your protractor this way, hivi. You place your protractor this way. You place your protractor that way. And then you measure exactly 60 degrees. Unakuja 30, 40, 50, 60. You make a mark hapo kwa 60 degrees. You make a mark hapo kwa 60 degrees. 62. Thank you. Ilikuwa 62. Ilikuwa 62 accurately. 62 degrees. Where 62 degrees equal, you just mark that way. And then you join that point to this point using a straight line. Hiyo line inaweza kuwa mrefu as long as you want it to be. As long as you want it to be. Because of time, I'm almost winding up because I don't want to eat up your time. So on that line, tunapima accurately 9 centimeters, because as per our conversion here, it was 9 centimeters. So that is what from A to B must be exactly 9 centimeters. So have your pair of compass, I have mine, and then extend it iende kwa 9 centimeters, accurately measured. Upime accurately. Yangu sasa diagram, you make an arc. So where that arc is the line, happen your point B is. Girls, are we following keenly?
Excuse.
I need your response. Yes, you are excused.
Yes. Let me show how many centimeters.
Nani ako na swali? Yes. See 2250. Hello. Are you now getting me, girls?
No.
Yes.
Okay. So up to that point, Kariuki anasema teacher, mimi sielewi. Kariuki, uelewi kutoka wapi? Okay, let us do this, girls. I know time, though you need to have only 10 minutes break between this lesson to the other. Now, we cannot force to get everything now. So I'm begging to end the lesson at that particular point. Tomorrow, we shall wind up on this question. Kila mtu aelewe, alafu niwape ingine mfanye. Then I'll be okay kwamba mmeelewa, kwa sababu we cannot rush and you're not getting anything. So I propose we just hand it at that point, because tuta interfere na ile lesson nyingine, and we pick up from there as from tomorrow. Ama mnaona aje wasee wangu?
Hivyo.
Yes.
Hivyo. So just hayo maswali yote nitayajibu kwa darasa letu la kesho. Let me thank you so much. You are becoming more disciplined. You are becoming more cooperative. So I want to thank you for that. Ensure that you benefit. You benefit. That is the bottom line. Otherwise, thank you very much for cooperation. Have a nice time and enjoy the next lesson. Let us meet tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye for now. See you.